Wow, you're all still here. Thank you so much for still being here. I am trying to do my quote and blog for the 17th of June, 2022. My quote for today: The fire within burns brighter than they know. That fire knows exactly where it wants to go. That fire will burn through the paper money houses of the few. That fire gains power as it continues to tear through. We see through the lies that they forced us to eat. We are much stronger and now can take the heat. They taught us to fear, but instead we learned something great. And that poison they fed us made us filtrate. We learned to feel past their toxic lies. We learned to search for truth and become wise. We learned not to depend on false hope. We learned to be rational and realistically cope. They did not know that the freedoms they denied us would show us the weaknesses of the treasonous. And now we know where they try to hide. They do not know that we are right there beside. They cannot escape. They are trapped in the dark, and we are the fire that will light a terrible spark, one that burns bright on the torch of freedom's hand, one that welcomes all immigrants to our homeland. Lady Liberty still stands and calls to those souls. She is the song that inspires endless goals. She is not just a statue, but an ideal, and she will never tell us to kneel. And my blog for today. You can see how I have the sweater on. Okay, wow, it got cold again last night, and tonight it will get down to 38 degrees on our little mountaintop retreat. Brr. While we continue to see the plants grow in the garden, it is giving the cooler types of plants, such as lettuce and cauliflower, a great boost. They're perfectly happy with this. So, we live in a world where what used to be so clear is now remembered fondly and held so very dear. I remember the forests in Colorado that were dying off. Now they are waiting tinder for a fiery onslaught. We used to know what the weather would bring, but now summer feels like spring. And we all have to adjust to the storms that come. We recognize that humanity is often very dumb. He refuses to change when nature sounds an alarm. He continues to be destructive regardless of the harm. He is blind to the suffering that he has caused. He continues on without a thought or a pause. We actually do deserve what comes next. We did not listen to the experts or the ancestors' codex. Perhaps that is the only way for some to learn, but do we have to see all we loved be destroyed and burn? I remember a starry place that once was my home, and now I am here and can freely roam, but from that place that I come from, all life was precious, holding a potential to become. I do not understand this wasteful pride that watches as others have suffered and died. I know that we must embrace this temporary existence and find a way for global coexistence. In the meantime, I will continue to try and express the truths that can apply to this moment that seems to never stop as I watch from my forested mountaintop. Thanks, everyone.